my Dallas make it hurt.
Hello, welcome to the Pitchy Podcast. We are your hosts.
You have to say your name.
You can tell I'm out of practice, you all.
Oh, we on hiatus. Yes, we are. We have been out of... We haven't done this in a minute, y'all.
We might as well keep this in.
We are absolutely
it's
keeping
golden.
this in.
It's golden because it was so not planned. James.
And Stephanie.
Here on the Pitchy Podcast, we are passionate about good music and a great vocal. We usually use the vehicle of NBC's The Voice to give you our take and our feedback on each contestant's vocal and overall performance, but we are still on a hiatus from season 27, transitioning to season 28, which will actually start in just a few weeks, a couple of weeks. So,
when this airs, 1 week.
Oh, yes. So, although we may come off a little pitch at times, if you know what I mean, we'll always do our best to speak our truths with love, kindness, and respect. And with that, I'm going to turn it over because you all, I'm out of practice. I've missed you all. Haven't seen y'all in a minute. A couple of forevers, as Chrisette Michelle. She's not canceled anymore, y'all.
No, I think she's back.
Michelle used to say. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to my partner in crime, Stephanie. Stephanie.
So, welcome back, James. Glad to have you. So what I wanted to do today as we prepare for season 28 is there were some things that I was wondering about. And I did an episode like this before, I believe season 27. And it's just interesting to kind of think about what is season 28 going to look like? And I have about 7 questions. I've tried to answer these questions based on patterns of the show, based on what I know about coaches. So I would love to get your input on these questions as well, James. So let's start with the first question. My first question is, how will the coaches get along this season? Is there going to be chemistry between the coaches? Now, for those of you that don't know, for season 28, we will have 4 coaches: Snoop, Niall, Michael Bublé, and Reba. So when I think of Snoop, I just feel like Snoop has chemistry with literally everybody. So I think he proved that in past season 26, I believe he was a part of it. Maybe 25. Did Snoop do 2 seasons or just 1? I can't remember.
I think he did 1.
Okay. Well,
I think he's been a mega coach.
Yes.
A few times.
Yes.
But I think he only did a 1 official right after it was like the Olympics.
Right. Yes. You're absolutely right.
Last 2 seasons ago.
Yes. And he just gets along with everybody. He has wonderful chemistry with everybody. When Michael Bublé and Reba were together last, there was a very interesting dynamic that they did more in like the B-roll stuff, where Reba was kind of like the intimidator and Michael Bublé was kind of like being intimidated by Reba a little bit. So I'm interested to see if they play up that dynamic again, because Michael Bublé at this point is not new to the show. And then we have Niall. I feel like Niall is very easygoing, very pliable to whatever the situation is. So I think that he'll be an easy fit. So I think, and generally, I don't ever remember a season on The Voice where the coaches did not have chemistry, where they did not get along, where you felt like there was a little bit of a rub or anything. I've never sensed that. So what do you think about the chemistry aspect of things as far as the coaches go, James?
Well, I don't know. Even though I felt Niall got along with everyone, Niall to me kind of seemed not like a loner, but he kind of always seemed like he was in his own lane and really focused on his artist, right?
Right.
Niall was a huge supporter of everyone and everyone's contestants on the show, but I always felt like Niall was laser focused, like. And I know from the Niall season, he was traveling a lot. So he was gone a lot. But I feel like, Reba's worked with Snoop. She's worked with Bublé. Like, and Reba's everyone's mom.
Right.
Snoop's, he's always going to be chill because of we know
You
why
know,
he's always going to
you
be
know,
chill.
you know.
And Blue is just kind of like a ray of sunshine. So I think there's going to be a lot of positivity.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know if it's going to be as like when you have people like John and Kelly and even
Right.
Adam on the show, a lot of times they're very business when
Hmm.
it comes to if you're doing something right. Like
Right.
if
Right.
you're like as far as song approach and they're sticklers, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Um and the four artists that are there, like I think Nile and Buble are sticklers. Now Reba's a stickler if you don't do what she says.
You better do what
Um,
Mama Reba says.
you better do what Mama Reba says.
Yes.
Snoop's just there, just enjoying it.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a little bit not as intense
Okay.
with
Yeah.
the coach contestant portions.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. Okay, so here's question number 2. You talked about, it's interesting, you kind of fed right into it in a way. You talked about you think that there's going to be a lot of positivity around Michael Bublé. I agree with that, but also they have kind of leaned into, especially in the blind auditions, how Bublé is like the lying person, like he lies to try to get his
Mhm.
people to choose him once he's turned for them. So, do you think that they're going to continue to lean into like Bublé being the lying character, kind of like they did? Blake was kind of that person too. Do you think they're going to lean into that in season 28?
Yeah, they definitely had the old tropes and the old narratives on the show, the corny parts of the show that I always say. And I'm just like, we got to do something new. It's not fresh. It's not, it comes off old and it comes off just really corny because I know that a lot of these artists aren't like this in real life.
Right.
And you got to make the show entertaining because a lot of people tune in just to see the the coaches.
Yeah.
Um, so I hope Michael isn't because I didn't I don't know. For me it fell flat.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the voice they're not big components of change. So
Right. 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 Yeah, I'm over it. I'm over it. I don't like it. I think it makes him look corny. I also think it makes him look unserious. Like when you are trying to convince somebody to be on your team, I don't need to feel like you have to make stuff up in order to convince me that you want me on your team.
right,
Even if it's for the show and they get that it's for the show, but it never seems like a good look for him. So
right.
I really hope that they don't do that. But like you said, they are kind of averse to change, and they're also very much into the entertainment factor of things too. And I think that they find that to be a little bit entertaining. So I hope they get rid of it, but I doubt that they will. All right. So,
One thing I
oh,
do like about Blue Blade though is Blue Blade picks songs that aren't the normally
yeah, yeah,
chosen songs on the show,
yeah,
like the usual suspects on the show.
yes.
And and that's what I really really do appreciate about him as an artist. So
I like that. I like that.
yeah, the
Okay.
artist
So,
side of Buble. Yeah.
yes. Um, okay. So here's question number 3. Um, do you think we're going to get any return artists who didn't get a chair turn before this season?
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. I think they're really into that. When the show's been on for now, over 10 years, you have to. There's some really good people that for some reason or another, for one reason or another, don't get selected. And you had what was it, Iris this past season, who just like blew us away, and other seasons where people came on as groups and then they came on by themselves, and it's just yeah. I think there are some really good people that have come through that didn't get their fair share.
Mhm. Yeah, you brought up exactly the person that I wrote down, and her situation, Iris, was even more unique than some of the artists that we've seen come back, because she had auditioned in the previous season. And I don't mean to put that in quotes, but that's true. She auditioned in season 26 and did not get a chair turn, came back for season 27 and did. However, we now know, guys, that the fall season, which would have been season 26, and the spring season, which would have been season 27, are both recorded at the same time. So it's not like Iris went all the way home and then came back. Like, she literally was probably still hanging out at the hotel, and they were like, wait, why don't you try doing something different and audition again, like 2 weeks from now, basically. So I thought that was fascinating once we really kind of realized what the timeline was, that they would bring her back that quickly. Because it seemed like in prior seasons, they always had like one artist come back, but it seemed like there were like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 seasons in between when they had come the first time and when they got a chair turn this time. Exactly. So I'm very interested to see if we're going to have any season 27 artists who never got a chair turn come back for season 28 or something like that. Kind of along that lines, and you alluded to this, James. It's almost like you're reading my mind in a way. Here's my question number 4. Are there going to be any returning artists who didn't make it, who did make it a few rounds in the competition? And you alluded to this one situation. So Jedge was a solo artist on Team Kelly in season 16, and he made it all the way to the top 13 finals. Now, maybe 4 seasons ago, I can't remember, he returned in a group sheer element on I actually had it written down, season 23, and he went with Team Kelly. And the originally, when he was a solo artist, he was with Team Kelly. So we've had a situation where a solo artist actually made it very far in the competition and then was able to return with a group and make it through past the blinds, at least. Do you think that there would ever be a circumstance where a solo artist went through, didn't make it very far, maybe got through to the blinds, but was ousted maybe in the battles, and they let that artist return?
I don't think that should be the case. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with whether you come back as a solo and you were in a group, or vice versa, the other way around. I feel like if you get past blinds, then you've made it. You've made it to a point where you can make it some sort of impact.
James is like, you're done.
Yeah, you're done. If you can get past blinds, getting past blinds, we've learned through talking to a lot of the contestants, getting past blinds is huge. There's so many blinds we don't even see, you all.
Right.
So again,
right.
I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair for people to come back if they've gotten through several rounds.
I'd agree with that. It just doesn't give people who are new, who haven't had the opportunity, a shot. Like, no 2 bites of the apple. No 2 bites of the apple. That is the official Pitchy Podcast stance on return artists. If you make it through, that's it. That's it. You can go to another show, because we've seen people who have been on The Voice go to American Idol. We've seen American Idol artists come to The Voice. You can do that. Right
now, there's an artist, and again, I do not agree with this at all. There's an artist on America's Got Talent, who was an American Idol finalist.
No, really?
Jessica Sanchez. Do you remember her?
Oh, yeah, I remember her.
Jessica Sanchez. I was like, wait a minute. Why do I know her? Didn't she win Idol? And somebody reminded me and was like, no, she was the runner-up. I said, but now she's making her run through America's Got Talent? And she's in the semifinals for that? I'm just how is that fair?
Yeah.
Again, Jessica can sing it down. It could sing it down back then when she was a teenager.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But, there's so many incredible stories and singers out there. Why are we recycling people?
Yeah.
Because it's easy.
It's easy. Yep. It's easy.
No,
Okay.
no knock on Jessica. Jessica's doing her thing, but
Right.
still.
Right. Right. Okay. All right. Here's question number 5. Are there going to be any new save or steal opportunities this season? I actually have the answer to this question. And those of you who
They always throw something new, or they bring back an old, an old technique that they may have used, or whatever, a strategy, or whatever they call it. Um, so I'm always down for. I'm always down for bringing back. I thought they did it so well this past season, where they brought back all the right people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like they brought back
Yeah.
Olivia. They brought back um
Oh, what's his name? Oh,
Olivia's just the first person I can think of
yeah.
off the top of my head
Oh,
who I
what's
was
his
like,
name? He sang Pink Pony Club and he sang the other
um,
song. Yeah,
yes, I know who you're
that
talking
gentleman.
about.
His name is
Um,
escaping me. I'll look it up and it'll be down here. It'll be down
but
here.
I'm all for that. If it has to do with bringing back artists who, for no reason other than it being a popularity contest and America getting it wrong, in my opinion, mine and Stephanie's opinion, let's just keep it real. I'm all for those. Bringing back the people who need to come back.
So I actually, if you follow us on Instagram, I posted a story that if from NBC's The Voice, that if you watched all the way to the end, you know that there is a new save situation happening. So this is called the Carson callback. So Carson, we see him during blind auditions. He's moving, he's grooving, he's saying, that's New Edition. Like he knows his music. Okay. Carson Daly knows his music. If you are not aware, those of you that are on the younger side of things, Carson Daly was a prolific host of a prolific MTV show way back
He's
in the
what me
day.
and Stephanie grew up with.
Yes.
He's
TRL.
he was the voice. He was our voice when we were in our teens and 20s.
Yes. So he has been around music for a very, very long time. And you will see Carson in the back begging the coaches to please hit their button for certain artists. So this season, they didn't say the full of how it's working and whether it's more than one artist, but at least on one occasion, if a coach does not turn for an artist and Carson thinks that they missed it and messed up, he has a button that he's going to hit. And he's going to be able to call up that artist to be able to be put, I guess, on somebody's team. I don't know all.
I love that.
Yeah,
Ooh,
they didn't say all of the details of it. They didn't say how they would decide which coach would get the Carson call back, or even how many times Carson gets to do this. It might be one time, it might be 4. I don't know. But he is going to have the capability of saving an artist that does not get a chair turn, which I think is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So I'm very
if
excited
anyone
for
has
that.
an ear, the Carson Daly does.
Yes, he does. So we'll have to wait and see how that happens. Okay, question number 6. What will be the infamous repeat song of the season? You know, there's always a song that The Voice redoes. We've had multiple versions of River. We've had Leon Bridges' River. We've had Bishop Briggs' River. We've done a whole series, guys, of these repeat offender songs. We have a 4-part series. Check it out on our YouTube, on our podcast, or wherever you get your podcasts. We have a 4-part series of all these repeat offender songs. Pretty much anything by The Weeknd, White Horse by Chris Stapleton, How Deep Is Your Love, multiple versions of that. We talked about The Night We Met. I forget whether we talked about that in this podcast or the other. The Night We Met by Lord Huron. Like, there are a set of repeat offender songs that we always hear. Will there be another repeat offender song, and what will the song be?
I think anything Ariana's up for repeat offenses.
Okay.
I think Adele's always up for repeat
Adele is good.
offenses.
Yes.
I think Taylor.
Oh, Taylor's good.
If Taylor will, I don't know. Taylor's funny about people using her library.
Yeah, we got one. We got one. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. We got that one.
Yeah, I think there will be I just don't. I wouldn't even be able to guess who. The thing that I like is one of my favorite genres is R&B, and we don't have too many repeat R&B offenders.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but pop, there are quite a few.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you
And you
can
can
give.
guarantee there's going to be an Ariana POV every season.
Oh, yes. That's the one, James. It's going to be
Every
POV. That is the
season.
one. Absolutely. That is the one. I wouldn't mind hearing a Cry Me a River again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind hearing another Justin Bieber, As Long as You Love Me. I wouldn't mind that.
I wouldn't
Um,
mind hearing a Can You Stand the Rain
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Um, I wouldn't mind. You know what? I wouldn't mind. No one ever sings Tony, Tony, Tony. I wouldn't mind. Yeah, anything
Mm-hmm.
by them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, imagine somebody. Imagine. Listen. Imagine what a great audition song. It feels good. Imagine if somebody
Feels good.
like just by the groove,
Well,
right? You just
that's
be like,
not a
boom.
repeat offender, but that would be a good one to
No,
have.
I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I digress. I
You
went somewhere else.
digress. That's
But
okay.
but I'm just saying, there's so many songs out there that you don't have to repeat. That would be a
Yes,
great. That would
it
be a
would.
great
That would
audition
be
song.
yes, it would.
Blind song.
Oh, how about some Maxwell? Some more woman's work. We didn't
Woman's
get that
Work.
last season, but
No,
I
we
think we got it the
didn't.
season before.
And after Steve sang Pretty Wings, I'm sorry. Nope. Can't do it anymore.
No, yeah, that's over. What's the other? Oh, Redbone. We always get a
Oh yeah.
Redbone at
There
least once or
was
twice a year.
always.
All right, so we'll see what I repeat. There's bound to be one, so we'll see what it is for this upcoming season. All right, so here's our last question. How do you think that this season is going to compare to seasons past? Do you think it's going to be just as entertaining, more entertaining, less entertaining, more talent, less talent? What do you think? Make a prediction.
See, every time I try to make a prediction, I would say there's probably since we started doing this, there was probably only like one or maybe two seasons that I didn't think topped the previous season. I
Yeah.
would never tell you all what they were, but every time I go and say you're not going to be able to top
Oh,
last season, it
can you tell
always
us in the Patreon?
I'll think about it. Because you probably know the ones I'm talking about. But yeah, I would say I don't have the highest hopes for this season, if I'm being completely transparent.
Okay.
I wanted another female, preferably. I wanted another female on no shade against any of the coaches. I wanted another female
Okay.
on the coaching staff,
Okay.
or coaching
Panel.
uh, panel. Um, I think it's a nice balance. Um, I I always like a now artist.
Mm.
It's not even Nile is really now.
He's the nowist.
He's nowish.
I
That's the
think he's
word.
nowish and he's the nowist.
Yeah, the nowist. Yes.
Yeah.
Um. So that's gonna be good, but there's a reason why they announced 28 and 29 together, because
Mm.
29 is going to be insane. And yeah,
Sure.
I think but I really hope, because we've also heard again privately, keeping it very ambiguous, that there were some seasons who they didn't get treated the best and felt like the money was tighter those
Yeah.
seasons,
The money was funny. The money was
So
funny.
they didn't get the red carpet rollout that other seasons got.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, and but
Yeah.
also keeping it very high level. So I will be pleasantly surprised if this season impresses me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's
I,
my final answer.
I I want to be optimistic. I'm very excited to see Niall again. I really
He's
loved
fantastic.
watching him as a coach, coaching, but also as a listener and enjoyer of the blind auditions. I love of the blind auditions, but also of his artists performing. Niall would sit there and play the guitar. Niall would sit there and play the drums along with the arrangement. Like Niall loved not only coaching, but he also loved watching his performers perform. And he would get as giddy as us. I feel like he was one of the more animated coaches in enjoying his artists. So I'm very excited to see that. I think that that's going to be highly entertaining. I am hopeful for the overall show quality. Budget being one of those things, like we can tell when the budget ain't there. We can tell when they feel like they don't have enough time. There's time constraints for whatever reason. And I hope that the coaches just make really good choices as far as song choices, as far as how they coach their artists. I think that that could set things up to be a good season. I'm optimistic. I feel like for the past, at least I know that for season 27, my expectations were not as high. I didn't know what we would get as far as artists went, and we got incredible artists. So I'm hoping that we are going to get incredible artists for season 28 as well, because in the end, that is what really makes the show successful for us, is if we get to see really great talent. So hopefully we will get really great talent in season 28. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, I wanted to be where, because season 27, again, because it's just fresh in my mind, where Stephanie and I got to the playoffs, even before we got to lives, and we said, who are you going to send home?
Right.
Who are you going to send home?
Yeah.
Like, we're going to be disappointed everyone you sent home, because it was so stacked.
Yes.
We were like,
yes. I think we used the term bloodbath.
Yeah. And we haven't used that term every season.
No, we have not.
We haven't.
No, we have not.
But, woo!
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you all once the show starts. We're very excited.
Yes.
Blind's probably our second favorite round of The Voice, behind Battles. So here we go, season 28. Let's go. All
right, so let me let you all know what you need to know if you don't know it yet. So don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Pitchy Podcast on your favorite podcast platform. If that platform is Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star rating and a kind review so more friends can find us. Then hop on over to YouTube, search for the Pitchy Podcast and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our new videos. Next, don't forget that we are on Instagram and TikTok at The Pitchy Podcast, and we are also on Blue Sky at thepitchypodcast.bsky.social for new episode alerts, episode clips, so much more. Y'all, Patreon, we're still there. We shared some thoughts about previous seasons, ones that didn't really hit with us. And we also shared some intel that we got on season 29 and what artists might be returning from each one of the teams, or some of the teams, because of the new and more interesting format that they're doing for the All-Star season for season 29. So if you want to hear that intel, join us for $5 per month. And we've got lots of things, lots of content that you can check out from past seasons, and in our in-between times we have plenty of content there as well. So consider joining us for $5 per month.
All right, well, we'll see you all soon. Thanks for always tuning in, and we love you all, and see you all in just a few weeks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.